Last time, Sword and the others took a break after rescuing Aqua and Ben. Now the question is, where is Terra? What? Where has he gone? And can they stop Xehanort before the Keyblade War starts? We'll find out soon enough. And will Naruto go back home? And will the Straw Hat Gang find the Mary again? Hi, my name is Naruto fan in Kentucky.
I'm Venus Diaz.
And welcome to the final part of Kingdom Hearts 3. This is going to be the final battle, and I can't wait to do this. Ready?
Yep.
Okay, well, first off, Sora wakes up from his bed, and he said, "This is it, the final battle." Then he tells his parents, and he asks, "Before I go, I just want to ask, Dad, what was Aunt Kushina like?" And his father tells him she was the most beautiful lady ever. Well, besides your mother. And she was always fiery, but she had a good heart. And after seeing that Naruto is alive, he reminds me of her in some way. And she would be proud of him, as I am proud of you, son. Now, it's up to you to save us from Xehanort. I know you can do this. I'm proud. And his mom says, "I'm proud of you too, son." Then she's voiced by Michelle Ruff. She's gonna make a snarky comment like, "Do me a favor and whack that old man's face." Because I can see Michelle Ruff saying that, don't you?
Yeah, she has those snarky comebacks.
Yeah. And Kyrie tells her adopted parents goodbye, and she looks at the lucky charm she made for Sora. She says, "I'm gonna keep it this time, because I'm gonna look by her side. I am not gonna be some helpless damsel anymore." And Sakura says,
Wait, what was that again?
Huh?
What was that? You like cut out a second.
Okay, Kyrie looked at the lucky charm that Sora made. She made for Sora, and she said she's gonna keep it this time because she's not gonna be the helpless damsel anymore.
Nice.
And Sakura said, I'm very proud to hear you say that, Kyrie." And then they meet. Then they give their boyfriends a kiss. Then the Straw Hats came and, all right, guys. Before we go, said Luffy, "can we eat some meat?" And Sakura says, "You're kind of like Naruto. Always think with your stomach." Then they see the gummy ship landing, and out came the king and Riku. And McDonald. So yeah, where's Riku? And he says, "I'm right here." And are you ready, Riku? Sora? Everybody? Yeah. Then they make it to the Keyblade graveyard.
Have they done a detour to get the ultimate weapons yet, or?
Yeah. And then Mickey says, I created new Keyblades for all of us. New keychains. Sora, Naruto, Kairi, Sakura. All of you have ultimate Keyblades now.
Are they from each of them from the different games?
Yes.
Who gets what?
Sora's get caged. Sora get KH3s, Sakura get KH1s, and so does Kairi. Naruto get KH2s.
Maybe switch Sora and Naruto's.
Okay. Then they finally made it to the Keyblade Graveyard. Mickey says, "It's time. The Keyblade Graveyard is up ahead." Then they all nod. Then Sora looks ahead and says, "Someone's coming," and it's him, Master Xehanort. Legend has it that only the darkness was covered in the world. We know so little about the Keyblade War. That's my best Christopher Lloyd impression.
I was gonna say, is that your Lloyd impression?
Yeah. It's not good. But I try.
It's okay.
Only just beginning. And Ansem says, then Xehanort asks, "Will when the darkness falls, will we find worthy of the precious light the legend speaks of?" Then Ansem appears, or will all creation be instead returned to the shadows? Today we will create the legend and see. Then Xemnas. But first, your light shines far too brightly. You must be extinguished in order for truth to be seen. And Luffy says, "Oh, this is so boring. When are we gonna get the fight?" And Nami says, "Shut up, Luffy." And then Phineas comes. Only when your hopes have been broken by battle upon battle can be claimed to be Kingdom Hearts. And then young Xehanort says, "And break is what we shall do. It has been etched." Then he snaps his fingers, and then they had the battle similar to the Thousand Heartless, but only this time instead of separating, they work together.
Cool. With the Straw Hats there, it'll go faster.
Yeah. Then after the battle, they see Terra. Terra! Ventus exclaiming excitedly. He runs towards him. But Aqua is hesitant.
I can also see Naruto being hesitant as well, sensing something's up with him.
Yeah.
Since I feel Naruto's growing smarter here.
Yeah. That's not Terra, Ven. What do you mean?
He's their 13th.
Yep. As he
turns into Terranort.
Yep. Today is the day you all lose. What? Aqua asks. Before you face the 13, every last one of you torn from heart to body. But fear not. The Keyblade will still be forged. We're not going to lose to you, says Sora. He moves fast and strikes Vin. And Vin was thrown away to the ground. And then he was about. Then Sora grabbed Vin. Aqua explains as she goes to Vin's fallen butt. That's it. And he tries to attack, but Terranort stopped his Keyblade with his gravity spell, and he grabs Sora and throws him down, and then he knocks him over. And Naruto's like, "No, Sora!" Then he was protected. Then Axel, he was about to attack Kairi, but Sakura moves to protect her and gets attacked. Sakura! Then we had that scene where Terranort was about to attack Kairi, and It brought back horrible memories of her when Xehanort first attacked. Because I think that's what happened.
Hmm.
At least that's my theory.
Okay.
And Luffy tries to do something, but Xehanort used his powers to freeze him and the rest of the Straw Hats. Hey, what's going on? Why can't I move my arms? Then he raises them up and then cause them fall down, all of them. Robin tries to use her I still can't pronounce her powers. Towards floor, but Terra Nort use it all. But Terra Nort blocked their powers. Because I could see him doing that.
Yeah.
Sora wakes up and holds Kyrie. Then the Goofy uses his shield to block them. Then Donald used Zeta. Then Sora smiled at the victory, but then he sees Donald falling down and collapse. And no. Then he has memory. Then they check the pulse and oh no.
Well, this one foobar really quickly.
Yeah. And Donald, wake up! Says Goofy. Wake up, Donald! Wake up! You can't die on us! I'm sorry about the ice cream!
No, I thought that would work.
Yeah. And Sora's like, Donald, you can't die on us. You're not dead. And Naruto.
Yeah, see, this is where I have an issue with Sora in the last third of this game is him just like going completely useless right here. I'm like, really?
Yeah, he's not doing that, but he's
like, I get it. You're worried about your friends, but you've been through this before. This is nothing new.
Right. But then the whole tornado of Heartless came in and knocked everyone out, but then Sora finds himself in the empty world.
The final world?
The final world. That's where he...
Wait, question. Does Sakura have Kushina's Keyblade yet?
Yes.
Okay. Has she been using that this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Sora said, ugh. What happened? You're in the final world. And then he hears that voice. It's from... Then it's
Kari from Digimon!
No, it's actually, instead of Charity, it's Kushida.
Okay, is Charity with her?
Yes. What is Charity? I forget.
I think she's some kind of Moogle.
Yeah.
Some, like, dog Moogle, I think.
Kushina? Hi, Sora. Long time no see. Wait, what's going on? What happened to everybody? Wait.
Where's my body?
Did everyone die? She said, yes, but you can go back, but it's not too late for you, though. What do you mean? In order to go back to the beginning of the battle, you must enter through the world of memories, and you must see all your friends' memories and grab piece of them in order to come back, or open the key back to the past, where you can restart the Xehanort battle. But you can only do this once. Why once?
So we're time traveling now, is that it?
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm trying to make it more less complicated.
Yeah, and not gonna make him fade away through BS.
Right. And then he says, "All right, all right, I'll go. I'm going." Then he interested. Is there anything else I can do? And she says, "Yes. Before you go, I'd like you to be an old Keyblade master of mine." And out comes Master Ericus, and he's still voiced by Mark Hamill.
Okay.
He says, "I've been watching you, Sora. Out of all the key bears I've seen, yours has the most heart. And if you see Aqua and I know you can save Terra from his fate.
Succeed where I failed.
Yes. And don't and whatever you do, if you ever have a mentor, he has darkness in him, do not don't hesitate. Do not try to kill him in his sleep." Sorry, that's a shot at the
Yeah,
last
I
one.
know it's the last Jedi jab.
And then Sora says, "I see a lot of my friends' memories, but what's this alternate memory? What's this alternate Naruto?" And Kushida said, "You do not
No,
want to
no,
go there."
do not touch that. Don't do it.
Why? Why does it say the last?
You don't need to worry about it. Just don't. We're gonna get rid of that right now.
There it is, and there's my
Where's that shit from existence?
yeah. And what's that? And what's this other one? The future. And she says, that one's your future. The future.
A possible future of yours.
Yeah. Do I have kids? Maybe. What about
Sorry, we can't
Naruto?
tell you, or else it'll change.
Right. Then I'm gonna go. Wish me luck.
I guess
Then
even
Kushida says,
before he goes, Kushina would like just give him a hug,
"Yeah,
a kiss on the head.
yeah. Goodbye, goodbye, my nephew. You are definitely Haru's son." Then she looks at the future. She looks at the possible future door and says, "Shinakachu, um, little Riku, your future just might be saved." You know the first world he visits, the first memory he sees.
No,
It's gonna be not. It's gonna be Kyrie's.
but
Or,
she's
actually,
not
Kyrie should be.
gone.
Actually, Naruto will be first.
Yeah, Kyrie is still around. She survived the whole thing, didn't she?
Yeah,
Because they met in that scene where he says he's strong because of her.
yeah, and he's gonna say that when he sees her, which is my favorite Sokai line ever.
Yeah, basically confirming they're together.
Yeah, when he sees Naruto's sad backstory, he
Does he see how his auntie died?
yeah, he sees Obito, but he doesn't know who it is though. I might save Obito another time if I make a future one.
Right, let's just not save Obito, please.
No, I mean not save him
Oh,
like
you save as a villain.
right. I'm
Right.
not. I'm not gonna have Naruto say he's the coolest guy ever. In fact, I'm gonna take a shot at that.
Stupid.
In fact, I'm gonna take a shot at that by saying that's the guy who ruined Naruto. Then he looks at him with hatred. I will I will never forgive him for this. And I don't think Naruto should either.
No. He's too nice for his own good.
Right. That's what Ansem said about Sora.
But Sora is different.
Right.
So Sora knows evil when he sees it. It's not like he tried changing any of the organization.
Right. Then he sees Axel's backstory of how he became a nobody, which we don't really see, but
The most we'd see is him with Ben and Isa.
yeah. We see Sayax wanting to give into the dark, Isa wanting to give into the darkness because he he was tired of being a
Loser.
yep, and Lee know it's not the right thing to do, but Isa turns into heartless anyway. I'm not redeeming Sayax anyway. And Sora's like, poor Lee, or Axel, or whatever he wants to be called. And then, of course, he sees the backstory of the organization of the Wife Find trio, of how, of course, he didn't see Terra's yet because he wasn't being blown. He didn't die with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sora says, "I'm glad we rescued you, Aqua and Ben. If I find you, I promise you won't have to suffer again." And knowing Sora, he never breaks a promise. After that, he sees the the backstory of the Straw Hats, especially Luffy's. But Luffy didn't really have a bad childhood.
No. No, he had Ace and Sabo, so
Yeah, when he sees Luffy, he said, "At least you were happy, Luffy. It's not all of our memories are depressed." But when he sees Zoro's, he felt bad for him. When
more for Kuina than him.
yeah,
Usopp's isn't really that sad.
no, not really. But when he sees Nami's, he cries, especially after seeing Bellabear get shot.
Yeah. Now do it when she said, "Love you," and boom.
Then he bawled tears, and when he cries, Haley Joel Osment gives the best crying performance in the games.
Hmm.
But I don't know about Robbins, but when he sees Robbins, he'll bawl too.
I mean, Sanji, you've only got like one half of his backstory
Yeah,
at this point.
but it wasn't really that sad.
No, it wasn't. You get more sad when you get the full backstory with him during
Yeah,
bullshit.
I'm not there yet. Then he sees how Mickey, Donald, and Goofy became king of, and I think he was it was the Three Musketeers thing when he did.
I can see that.
Yeah, and then he was declared king of Disney Castle, and he said, "I can see why you became king, because you run with authority, with love and respect, and that's why you deserve it, Mickey." And of course, it's also a shot at how Disney's ruining to make his image.
Yeah, If public domain doesn't do it first.
Right. And he sees Riku. Of course, he and Riku don't really have a back. He sees Riku's backstory of how he became a Keyblade bearer by by
By
him.
Terra doing the ceremony.
Yeah, and sort of.
So it's like, huh, so that's how it went.
Yeah. Last but not least, he sees Kyrie's, and that's when Kyrie saw her parents get killed by Xehanort.
Do you also see Kushina there too?
Yeah, and when that happens, he said, then he feels someone touching his back, and he looks behind and says, "And it's Kyrie's parents." Out of, are you Kyrie's parents? And he says, "Yes." And I see what you saw, and you see what we saw, didn't you? He said, "Yeah." I'm so sorry about Kyrie. And they said she's still alive. What? Unlike unlike your other friend, she survived. She survived the attack too. How? She she prayed. She used the Princess of Heart powers. That's all I can explain. But then, since you're now meeting us, she's waiting for you right over the light. Now go to her. Go to my daughter, Sora. And one more thing. Give us grandbabies. And Sora's blushed. Can you can you see Kyrie's parents approving of Sora?
Yes.
And they said, "Our daughter chose the right man to be your future husband." Yeah, and he's the best part of is he's Haru's kid, which means Haru is my brother-in-law. And Kushina joined them and said, "We are all proud of our children. They're 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 our only hope in the world, and they're gonna do it. I just know they're gonna save us all. I just know it." Then we have that scene. Then of Sora and Kyrie reuniting. Kyrie says, "You see, I had no doubt you pulled through. The light in the darkness. It was you. You're the one who kept us fading away. All I did is believe that you wouldn't. And you bet you bet Naruto's mom and your parents, didn't you?" "Yes, I did." And then we see a flashback of her meeting her parents. And when she did, she cried. And said, "This." Then she asked, "Where's Grandma?" She's up in Kingdom Hearts. But she wanted, she figured, she said she thought that we need to see you more than she did. But she sends us her love. Thank you. And I love you guys too. And I've seen you with Sora, and let me tell you, I approve of your relationship," says Kyrie's dad. "But if he hurts her, but if he hurts you, I will fight him till the day he dies."
I will
Dad,
haunt him.
huh?
I will haunt him.
Yeah,
Oh, be like one of those Simpsons ghosts.
yeah. But you know what? Then we see the, before we do, we have a cutaway of Sora sleeping. Then he wakes up. it gets haunted by, oh my gosh, a floating shopping list. Sorry, I had to do a SpongeBob joke.
Yeah, that was actually a funny one.
Yeah. Then he said, I'm not a shopping list. I am a ghost and I am hunting you for hurting my daughter. then we then Kyrie's father like, "Oh, sorry about that. Anyway, he's waiting for you. Go." She smiles and cries and hugs her father one more time. I wish we could spend more time together, but we gotta save the world. Not being known that they're being watched by Xehanort. Xehanort says, I knew this. I knew this would happen. I knew that the I forgot what I named their parents. I still keep forgetting when I named Kyrie's parents.
All right.
But I knew anyway. He said I knew they would, and Kushida. I knew she would help Sora somehow. What do we do now, Master? Asked Phineas. We continue on as we plan.
I feel like Xehanort wouldn't even like look angry. He'd just like be like, "Oh well." Since the dude is always composed,
Yeah.
even at the smallest setback, he's like, "It matters not. My plan's still happening."
Yep. Then he looks at Sasuke and said, Sasuke, you know what to do. Yes. And when Sora and Kyrie returns, they're all back in the past and say, it did work.
What
Thanks,
worked?
Then he says, thanks, Kyrie. Then gave her a kiss. The
So this is where Lingering Will shows up
Yep.
for that pointless cameo.
Yeah, but only this time he'll be part of the battle.
Will he fight Terranort?
Yep. Terra? Hi, Aqua. Vin. What happened? This is my lingering will. I used it when Xehanort.
Stole my body.
Yep, Xehanort stole my body. This is my. You could say this
My mind
is
is in this.
What?
His mind is in this.
Right.
So wait, is his mind in the suit or the Guardian?
I don't know.
Because the actual Terra is the Guardian to Ansem.
Right. Yeah, I think it's in the suit.
So we're not keeping the Guardian Terra thing?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
And he said, the only way to get me back is to defeat Terranort.
I can see Sora saying, wait, that's Terra? Wait, I fought him in Terranort at Disney Castle. He was not easy to beat.
Yeah. Just be glad you don't meet Yozora, says Terra Xehanort, which it's not canon in this.
Yeah, I know. It's just like for a joke.
Yeah, I know.
Because Yozora is a hold my beer moment.
Right.
I mean, the guy makes Sephiroth look easy.
Uh-huh. Then we have the Demon Tide battle.
Is that where like all those people from Union Cross show up for some reason?
Yeah, Sora jumps on the key, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But this time Naruto joins him, and well, not Luffy, but he's not a key bearer.
Yeah.
Then Kyrie and Sakura said, "That's our guys." Then Sora has this vision of needs some help.
Is it a ephemera?
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it someone different. It's gonna be Walt Disney himself.
Ah.
because he was the first ever key bearer. That's in my head. At least that's in my head canon. In fact, it's my head canon that he trained Yensid and Mickey. You could say he's like Yoda, a little bit like Yoda. Then Walt said, before you blow this, after this battle, send Mickey my regards. And tell him he's welcome. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? You'll see. And after beating all that Heartless, Sword tells Mickey, asks Mickey, what do you know of the name of Walt Disney that caused Mickey to jump? How do you know that name? I met him. And Mickey smiled, give a sad smile. He was the first key bearer ever. He trained Eric, Master Yensid, and Zane. Xehanort was the only one that he failed to teach, because Xehanort's heart was pure darkness. That's true. Or that's true. That's Master Xehanort said. All because he didn't see my vision. He didn't. Because I'm not making Xehanort sympathetic at all.
Yeah. I heard that. I'm like, oh, he's one of those villains now.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not opposed to like a do-over villain because that can work, but they still gotta be evil, like Wesker.
Yeah, he still wants to do that. He just wants to do it evilly. He didn't see my vision of everyone becoming like me. Darkness is the strongest power. And that's why I wanted to use it. That's why I betrayed him.
How about the twist is that Xehanort's the one that killed Walt?
Yep. He killed him in battle. And Mickey found... So you did it! You're the one that killed him! We all must make sacrifices, my dear king. Then they see a silhouette of a dark figure, and it was Sasuke. And Sakura, instead of feeling weak like Sakura does when around Sasuke, she feels pissed off.
I'm gonna you up.
Yeah. Well, Sakura. Aren't you happy to see me? Aren't you gonna hug on me and tell me you love me? She said, that Sakura is dead. This Sakura is in love with Naruto. And this Sakura doesn't love you anymore. And Kairi looks at her with feeling proud. Maybe something's a giant in it. Then Sasuke does an infamous Sasuke laugh.
Yuri's crazy laugh.
Yeah. What are we? Don't make me laugh. Then Luffy said, "But we just did."
Yeah, it kind of reinforces whenever Nami calls Luffy an idiot.
Yeah.
Also, I can see during this, Luffy just like gum punching Sasuke as he's monologuing.
Yeah. Hey,
oh God, he's shutting up.
Yeah. And then he says, Naruto, tell me what you did. How could you do that to your friends?
I didn't do anything. Sasuke's the traitor.
He was taught. Yeah. Then
I
Sasuke.
can even see Sanji getting pissed off what Sasuke did to Sakura.
Yeah. And Nami too.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Robin?
She's not. See, at this point, she's not really trusted in the crew, but she would
Yeah.
still be mad at him.
Yeah. Then Sasuke snaps his fingers, and then out comes villains from the past, like Jafar, Maleficent, Pete. Xehanort revived on them, and they're under his control. Then we hear Sora on your left. And Sora looked behind, and those Doctor Strange.
Ah,
And out came the first Disney hero to come out is Aladdin. Aladdin, Hercules, and who would be the next? How about this? How about Leon, Cloud, Aladdin, and Hercules?
maybe Tifa as well.
Yeah. And it's going to be similar to the portal scenes in Endgame,
Nice.
which was my favorite MCU scene ever.
It was. Especially Cap finally saying the line.
Yep. Then came Simba, Beast. Well, not Beast, because he's human now. Unless Yen said, asked him for help, and he turns into a beast temporarily.
Could work.
And Beast would be glad to help.
Ooh, could he bring Orin too?
Yep. And Sasuke just stood there in shock.
Wait. Maybe he also brings Ace there.
Yeah. Ace? And
Yeah.
yeah.
I heard
And
my
Ace,
little brother and his friends were in trouble, so I came to help.
yeah. And what about any Naruto characters?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
They're not like One Piece characters that can actually stand up to these guys.
Right. And Jack Sparrow, Sully and Mike, they didn't bring Boo because she's
Yeah.
2 years old.
Or Jack Skellington.
Yep. Hold on, I got it. And who the Incredibles came out of the portal as well,
Nice.
and Woody and Buzz in human size.
Or just get actual Space Ranger Buzz.
Yeah, but he doesn't really know Sora.
Right.
And last but not least, Doctor Strange himself. And Hong. Is that everyone? What you want more?
Are you saying Wong or Hong?
Wong.
Okay,
Sorry.
Sounded like you said something else.
I thought I meant Wong.
Okay.
Then he said, "Is that everyone? What you want more?" Out came some summons. The genie. He says, "Oh, it's good to be back in this sequel." And he does Robert Williams. Then he turns into Rambo.
Time to rock and roll, dudes.
Yeah. And he says, "That's right, Sus." Then Sora does that speech. Says, "Here's the difference between you and Naruto, Sasuke. You're alone, but he's not. You know why? Because his friends are his power, and we are his." And that gave Naruto some confidence. He says, and Luffy says, "Enough talk, let's fight!" Gum, gum, bola. Then he punches Sasuke.
Sasuke be like, "Oh, that was so satisfying."
Yeah. Then Yen says, "Sora, you and the rest, you and the rest go after Xehanort. We'll take it from here. Are you guys sure?" "Yes. Now go," says Yen said. And then Donald and Goofy said, "We'll stay behind. We gotta." Donald, Goofy, you can't be a half pint without us, Sora. We'll catch up with you with just a bit. Okay, come on, guys. Then they all chase. Jafar was about to chase him, but he was blocked by Aladdin.
You get in my way again, street rat?
Yep.
This
Daddy.
time I won't. This time you're going away for good, Jafar.
Yeah. Then he turns into a snake. He said, and Genie says, "Oh, that's so original." Then he says, then they got battle. Rick, recommend that stick that store to that snake. You stay out of this. Jafar, if he's our man, if he can't do it, great.
But wait, he's not tied to Jafar anymore, so he probably just join in.
Yeah. And he does, and he fights comedically. The Genie fights comedically.
Yeah.
And he turns into Rocky Balboa in one punch.
Yeah.
Then he turned.
Oh,
Then he
they
turned.
turned Ozzy Nelson.
Yeah.
Rick, boys, you want to come see what's happening?
Yeah. Thanks to the Genie, I know who those people are. In fact, a lot of people say I hate to get off topic, but some people say pop culture references doesn't work, but it can work if you do them right.
Yeah, like Robin does.
Yeah. Then the Genie turns into a nostalgia critic, and he reviews every battle. And he said, "Well, that's worse than the time I saw Naruto the last."
Now to be like, wait, what?
Of course, Naruto didn't hear him because he joined with Sora to the Cleveland graveyard. Hercules was fighting one of the Rock Titans with Mr. Incredible. And they made a bet who's the strongest.
Yeah, it sounds right.
And he jumped on the Rock Titan, and they both punch him at the same time. And Mrs. Incredible says, "Well, I hate to be biased, but I had to go with Bob." And Dash was fighting. Which villain would Dash fight?
I don't know.
Because how about Clayton? No, not Clayton.
Yeah.
He says, "Come get me!" And then he tries to shoot, but you missed. Then he punches him in the stomach, and then he tries to grab it, but he was controlled by Violet. I'm glad I'm using the Disney characters as Disney as giving them more to do.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, um, Cloud and Cloud and Leon fight together. They fight no, not Chernobog. He's too powerful for them. How about how about another one of the Titans? The Lava Titan.
Hmm.
Because Sephiroth is dead. I'm not. He didn't bring Sephiroth back. Sasuke didn't. Because he knows that Sasuke Sephiroth would stab him.
Yeah, he would.
And for once, I would cheer for Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
That's while they're fighting. Cloud said, "I hope Sora and the others make it all that fine." And Goofy says, they'll be fine. I just knew it." And then Yen said, "If this is this the future, is this the future where we win, the universe where we win?" And Doctor Strange said, "If I tell you what happens, then it won't happen." Well, he said it while Heartless was attacking me, but he did the no look from behind, sending him somewhere else. Because that how cool Doctor Strange is. He's gonna be the only Marvel character here. Okay?
All right. Since he deals with this stuff on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
How?
They could have summoned Galactus.
Right.
But I don't think they could control Galactus since he's like an omni being.
Yeah. Or Doctor Doom.
Now, Doom's ego would not allow them to control him.
Right.
In fact, he'd probably try to overthrow Xehanort as it is.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if that happened because Doctor Doom is a better villain.
Yeah.
Well, not every Doctor Doom was good. Fate Force Stick and the 2005. Anyway, they make it through the tunnel. The key bears and the straw hats, and they all get they see Master Xehanort. Today we join the other wielders and leave our mark on fate. I have waited patiently, but together we shall unlock the Keyblade War's secrets. Now we forge. Then he summons his Keyblade, and we forge it, the ultimate key. And the Keyblade. He uses his Keyblade and causes an earthquake to separate Sora and Naruto. On the so Sora had the Sora was separated from his friend, guys, and he had to go up through all that tunnel. The first villains he fight,
During that maze where you gotta go through each fight.
yeah,
So is Riku with Sakura fighting Sasuke and Zigbar?
yeah,
Since that's where Riku was in the game.
yeah. Then they fight Sora and Riku. Sora and Riku battle, but it won't
Zigbar?
go through the one cutscene. You know what I mean?
Huh?
You know how you beat Xehanort or Zigbar, and there's one cutscene, and then
Where he like fakes his death.
yeah, he's not gonna do that here.
Okay, so we're not doing the whole Lushu thing.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay, I don't. Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't bother me either.
Because I find that twist to be very stupid.
Yeah, me too.
Because it makes you wonder, like, the whole time he's been Lucio and he's been pulling Xehanort's strings the entire game.
Yeah, that ruins his role as a villain.
Yeah, because it makes Xehanort seem like a. It makes it seem like Xehanort's role was diminished.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you found out Vader was just the Emperor's pawn the whole time.
At least that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, Vader was still menacing, even though you knew he was just the Emperor's lackey.
Yeah. Speaking of Vader, I might do a Kingdom Hearts Star Wars podcast someday.
Ooh.
But not next week. Next week we're doing Naruto the last.
Okay.
They defeat Zigbar, and Soren and Riku defeat Zigbar. Said, figures. If only I had a Keyblade, I would. It would have been different. And Sora says, like, you're actually worthy to use one. Instead, he says, "Oh, I feel I'm worthy." And he says, and Sora says, "No, you're not. Key bearers are supposed to help, protect, and serve people, not to abuse it for power, to for for darkness. Supposed to keep it balanced." So, oh, you could, but Zigbar is still delusional about darkness being more powerful. And then he fades away. And Sora says, "Yep, he's gone for good."
Now the main event, or one of them.
Then he helps Sakura fight Sasuke.
Isn't Naruto with him?
Yeah, Naruto joins up somehow.
I
He was
feel like
about
Naruto and Sakura should do this fight alone.
yeah. I could see Sora wanting to join the battle. He said, "No, Sora, we gotta fight him alone." But trust us on this. This is our battle. Now go help the others. Right. And Sora runs off. And then Sakura and Naruto have their battle and says, "Well, this is it, Sasuke. The final battle," says Naruto.
A new three-way deadlock.
Yep. And Sasuke says, "I've been waiting for this ever since the day I met you, Naruto. I hated you." And
feelings mutual.
yeah. And Sakura says, "You know what, Sasuke? I regret loving you.
Or even knowing you.
Yes, I regret I had that stupid crush on you, because it made me feel weak. But ever since I fell in love with Naruto, I feel stronger. He makes me feel strong, and whenever I think about him, I feel happy. When I think about you, I feel disgusted. So we're not gonna die. You are." He said, "I like to see you try." then he says, "Fireball Jutsu." Wait, he doesn't. It's not really Jutsu. He just calls it that.
Trying to mess with them.
Yeah. And then Naruto says, uses his spell. He said, "What is that?" It's It's a Rasengan. But you don't have jutsus. I know. But we created, but it's not really Rasengan. It resembles it. I'm calling it that because it resembles it.
It's a workaround.
Huh?
It's a workaround.
Yep. Then he uses it to. Then he uses it to on Sasuke's chest, and it causes him pain. And Sakura delivers a final blow by.
And I kind of feel like their fight would be like the final fight of Civil War between like Steve, Bucky, and Tony.
Yeah. Only I don't know whose side I was gonna be. Only I didn't want either side to lose in that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
didn't
I
want him
just
to
feel like
fight.
it's playing out at least more action packed than in like that.
Yeah.
Sakura just like wailing on Sasuke a lot.
Yeah. And then they deliver and Sasuke grew weaker as he gets hit each time. And then they deliver the final blow on him. Figures. I refuse. He refused to admit defeat. Even though he's fading away. What? And he fades away and he cries like a little bitch. It's like, no, I can't lose to you. No, 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 no. Well, Sasuke, do you regret what you did? No. All of you deserve what you got. What you should have got what you deserved. The village, they deserved it after what they did to my family. After what they did to Itachi. And Naruto says, Sasuke, you just because a few bad apples wanted to overthrow the Uchiha clan doesn't give you the right to kill everyone. You know better than you know better than Xehanort or the guy who killed my parents. Whoever he is, I will never forgive him for that, and I will never forgive you. And with that, Sasuke fades away and dies. He does not get closure.
Good. Praise the Lord, he's dead. Finally. Hurry.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. and Riku and Sasuke, Riku and Sakura and Naruto rest. And then he says, I just remembered something. What about Roxas and Naminé? What do you mean? We still haven't found their bodies yet. And Naruto said, what Naruto doesn't know is that Yen said found the vessels for them.
He found the replica bodies for them?
Yep.
Instead of Demix?
Yep. But we're going to keep it in suspense. He said,
okay. Well, wait,
here's what happens.
Or maybe Dr. Strange could have did it with the Yen said.
Here's going to happen. Are you ready? Are you ready for battle? And then he says, almost. He's at the place where time doesn't matter. Where he's training. He's trying to get his strength.
Yeah.
And Naminé's there to watch. I don't see Naminé as a Keyblade bearer.
No.
I see a lot of fics that make it happen, but I just don't see it. I like her. She's a cute character, but she's not a fighter. She's there, but she will be there for emotional support.
Hmm.
But you know how we'll introduce Domine in this?
Ow.
Um, af- by I think it's gonna be after after all the Disney villains have been defeated. She says she walks away and checks on their injuries. We don't see her, we don't see her at first, but then once she says, "Are you all right?" Yeah. Then they look up and said, "Who are you?" And she looks at him with a kind smile and said, "Let's just say I was acquainted with Kyrie." What do you think about that?
Nice.
Then she then she says, "Kyrie, Sakura, everybody, I know you can do this." And Roxas, be careful. The Straw Hats will be with Mickey, okay? They fight.
Fighting Marluxia, Larxene, and Luxord.
Yep. The first battle was against between. It's gonna be Sora and Luffy versus Mickey versus Marluxia and Larxene. Okay, because Luxord trapped the other Straw Hats in the cards.
Probably the weaker ones.
Yeah, Nami and Chopper.
Usopp.
Yep. And he said, "Oh no, 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 no!" I can see Usopp's like, "What do you?" He sees the first one he sees was Nami getting captured in the cards. No. Then he sees. Then they Nami. And then Chopper. He said. Then he goes through. No, 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 no! I don't want to be a card. He tries to run away, but it was too late because I could see that happening to Usopp.
Yeah.
Then Luxor said, "All you have to do is defeat the three of us. Can you? The question is, can you do it?" Then he snaps. Sora and Luffy versus Sora, Luffy, and Mickey versus Marluxia. And and I'm and after their defeat, I'm keeping their backs. I'm gonna make it the same where they're gonna be they'll be recompleted, right?
Hmm.
Because they're the ones that just have some sympathy. You know what I mean?
I guess.
I mean, they were part of the Union Cross, I believe. After their defeat, said, "Good work, Sora. Maybe you truly are the strongest Keyblade bearer ever. You should be Keyblade Master. I gotta give you props," says Marluxia before he fades away. So, what does he mean by that? Sora asked. And Luffy's, "We got no time. We gotta." And out the first card comes out is Nami. And then she helps them. She helps them fight Larxene. And and does her she does her climate tech to counter Larxene's lightning abilities. You didn't. And Robin uses Torflorus to block to block Larxene's light cloning. You know what I mean? You know, Larkson usually clones herself.
Yeah.
She does it to block that. Because I could see not Robin doing that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Then then Robin says, so you can't. And Robin grabs one of two of Robin's arms, grabs Larkson by the hand, and she said, how come my electricity can't hurt you? She asked. It's because before we came here, Sora made a spell, and she does it while holding her cheek. Because that's Robin. I can see Robin doing that.
Yeah.
She's that cool and confident.
To be fair, I feel Luffy would probably fight Larkstein since her
Yeah,
attacks won't affect him.
yeah. And then she lets go and tries to struck her with her and Nami with lightning, but Luffy blocks with. Said, "Oh well, at least I got the strongest." Huh? And it doesn't look like he's burnt or flinched. How did that happen? And he says, "I'm made of rubber." God, bullet! Then he does gumbo bullet. Come on, Sora, finish her. And Sora use it. What would a good finishing attack for Sora to be?
I don't know.
How about Ark's Akarim or Ragnarok?
Ragnarok could be better.
Yeah, he does Ragnarok, does the final spell, and he says, "No, I lost again to a loser like you." But I guess it could be worse. Comes up Geezer's heart tank. No thanks. But why help him? I was joining along for the ride, which is my secret. And she fades away. Then they see the gold Mary and says, "So that's where it went." And Sora says, "You guys can leave now if you want." But Luffy says, "No, we're staying behind." And Usopp, "What?"
Yeah, him and Chopper would be protesting.
Yeah. And Nami says, "Sora's our friend, and we gotta help save the world." And Sanji takes out a cigarette. Yeah, besides, I want to see that. I want to tell Kyrie and Sakura goodbye. And Sora bumps him on the head. So that's
Zoro
not
would probably have comments about that.
what.
Zoro would probably be saying, "No, I don't think they'd be interested in saying goodbye to you."
Yeah. Then, so,
Then there's still Luke's sword left.
yeah, and so you freed your friend. Now you gotta strike me down and retrieve your king. Then he said, "The first run out of time is the loser." And Sora says, "Again?" And what's Nami good at gambling? Who's the best at gambling out of the Straw Hats?
Probably Nami, I think.
Yeah, I could see her doing the cards when he says, "Can you guess which one is the real me?" And Nami looks and smirks and says, "Sora, attack the card from the left card on top." And Sora does, and it was the real one. So thanks, Nami. And he destroys the card, and he beats and he destroys Luke's sword.
Does he still get that card after the fight?
Yep. But only I think he's using it in kh3 or kh4 for something. We
Yeah,
don't
you
know
like
yet.
that they're kind of playing with Luke sword. Might have been on Sora's side the whole time.
Yeah, and
That
he's just,
card is theories about that card being the thing that saves Sora.
yeah. Then he says, "A wild card. You've earned it." And he says, "Let's play again. We're both guys. When we're just guys." I would like that very much, Sora. And he says, "Out of all the organization members, I feel bad for it. That is the one. Well, besides him, Roxas.
Who, Luke sword?
Yeah. Who should be next?
I just like
I
Luke sword's design.
what? Luke Sword design? Yeah, I like it too.
Maybe save Kyrie for last. Maybe
Yeah,
save Kyrie for last.
yeah,
So Vanitas and Terran Order next.
yep. And Vinny, yep. And who should he help? Who should he fight first?
Probably Vanitas.
Yeah,
Because
only
I
he's
think that's
masked.
where I went in was Vanitas then Terranort.
Yeah, he helped during the fight against Vanitas. Um, he and Vin will fight together 1-on-1. Then he said, then Sora said, "Why do you have my face?" Because I was created. Because I was created peace with Vin. I forgot why does he have Sora's face?
I know there's an explanation, I just can't think of it.
Let's just say he saw.
I think the explanation was that part of Vanitas latched on to Sora's heart while it came in contact with Ben, I think.
Yeah,
Because I think Vanitas was that anti-black coat nightmare from Dream Drop.
yeah.
If I'm remembering that right,
Mm-hmm. Sora Vin fights off Vanitas, and he sends him to the. But only it's gonna be a twist. It's gonna be like the Birth by Sleep one, but we're not doing all that crap with the. We're gonna go divine into the heart.
mm,
Only this time they both beat Vanitas. There. Why won't you be on our side? Because well, Vanitas won't get any sympathy. He would get some sympathy. He still does not regret any of his actions.
no, that's fine.
Do you regret what you did? no, I do not. I just love this feeling of being bad. I know that sounds like a horrible line, but it fits Vanitas' character.
Sounds like something Warp Darkman would say,
Yeah.
if you remember him.
I don't know if I remember him.
He was Buzz's ex-partner who was actually an agent of
Oh
Zurg.
yeah. Work Dark Matter. He was a
See, I
double agent.
remember him more than I remember anybody from that Lightyear crap movie.
The less we talk about that movie, the better.
I'm just saying, like, I still remember those older characters from the cartoon more.
Yeah. Then he said. Then Vince says, "You are free to. We should be free to make our own choices."
That's kind of what One Piece is, like the choice to be free to choose, make your own choices, which is what Luffy's pirates are.
Yeah. We what I am is darkness. Oh, and Vin conceded, okay. How's that okay, Vanitas? He said. Then they look at Terranort. They help Aqua fight Terranort. Don't let him with the lingering will.
Hmm.
Lingering will says, I will get my body back.
I swear I will set this right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the Guardian hasn't said that yet.
No. But the
What did you think of that twist?
yeah.
Like the whole time it was Terra.
Yeah, was that twist stupid or awesome?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I'm leaning more towards like, huh? Like, okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm gonna have him be I don't think I'm gonna have that. Gonna have him be controlled by Xehanort, but only the lingering will must defeat him in order to get his body back.
Okay.
The and Aqua and Ven helps Soren and lingering will. And it was a really tough battle. But lingering will's about to hit Aqua, but I mean Terranort was about to hit Aqua, but lingering will blocked it, and he's declared his love for Aqua. And Aqua said, "You love me?" And that caused her to cry. Oh, Terra, I love you too. Well, it doesn't bring Terra back. It's his body starts to fight it because I want him to. I want Xehanort, Terranort to be defeated, be killed off by not by the power of love, but by you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Then Sora and Sora and Sora and Lingering Will does their limit together, and the limit was I can't describe the limit, but it was so powerful that it knocked Terranor out and it caused him to fall down and grab his chest. No, no. He goes around like a no, no, no. Ah! And Lingering Will touches Terra's heart, and it causes him to go back to normal. Ugh.
I can see them again like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. And Aqua says, Terra! Then she hugs him.
They have that emotional reunion.
Yeah. But this time they kiss each other.
So then we go to Tyrese fight, which I'm guessing Naruto and Sakura go to.
Yeah, and Lee. And Lee versus Sayax.
Mm-hmm.
And Shiam. I could, of course, like in Dream Dot in 305 days, Sayax will be abusive towards Shiam.
Of course.
Because, like Sasuke, what did Sayax do to deserve sympathy?
Nothing.
Exactly. He was my most hated organization member. The moment he said the answer is no, when Sora begged to see Kairi.
But he's an effective villain, at least.
Yeah. The first battle is between Sora versus Sora and Sora and Kyrie versus Shion. I can see when Kyrie sees her face, she sees her. She's all confused. What's going on? Why do you look like? And
Oh wait, we
Shion,
don't get the scene where Sora fights her and
actually,
says,
we do.
"Okay, Shion."
Yeah,
Which Roxas talking to her.
yeah. Then she goes. Then Sax, do it, or I will turn you into a dusk. Please, it's all right, Shion.
Yeah, sorry. I'll admit I got choked up during that scene.
Yeah, me too. Then Axel said, "Shield."
Sorry, boss. Nobody acts as Axel.
Got it memorized. That scene was awesome, but only he got the shaft.
Yeah. And
Don't
apparently
get me
can
wrong.
survive a laser going through him.
Yeah,
Like, "'Tis but a scratch."
yeah,
Did Sakura and Kairi fight Xemnas just to hold him off to make him
yeah.
flee?
And then we see it's almost. I'm ready now. Let me let me know when let me know when it's time. And Doctor Strange said, "Yes, I see Sora is trying to talk to your friend." That caused him to remember. She then 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 he flies off to the Cleveland graveyard. Then we hear, "Heads off, my friends!" As a beam light, they hear instead of him going there after he arrived, Roxas said, "Hands off, my friend!" Then the beam of light floats towards them, and Zednis was like, "No, it can't be." Or Syax is like that, but Zednis didn't arrive. No, it can't be. Then he releases his hood, and it's Roxas. And Axel said, "Oh, you guys are so screwed now." Roxas says, "It's impossible. Where did you get a vessel? Same as, same as you. Same how? Most most of the organization members travel here to pass his hearts. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange found me a vessel, and I owe him my return to Benny. And I like to and another person, and I accept his apology." Ansem the what? I'm gonna have him forgive Ansem
Yeah.
because he was Sora's nobody doubts his own person, but he still has some forgiveness in his heart.
Yeah.
And he saw, after all, he did see Ansem's backstory, and he did feel bad for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Looks like Xehanort is not as good as winning over people's hearts as he thinks. And there's one last thing I need to do in order for me to be whole again. A connection. Sora helped me find my way back here to my friends and Naruto. Thank you, guys." Then Sykes brings out his claymore. Said, I don't need hearts. I will scatter them all over the world. Can you feel it? The moon's power." Then Kyra was about to fight, but Sakura was the one that stopped and said, "This is Shion's fight." But trust me, this is Shion and Roxas. I'm gonna make Sora say she's right. Let's let. If they need help, they'll ask for it. We'll help. If they need help, we'll give it to them. But this is their fight. And Axel joins in. Uh, That's gonna be so satisfying for them to beat Saiyans. Then after that, Sayak says, "Figures. Why so sad?" And then Axel says, "You let it reduce you to this? I thought you outgrew the marks on your eyes. Yeah, don't need him." Uh, this was all for her, wasn't it? We still don't know who the girl they were talking about, do we? You know, they were talking about finding a girl.
Nope.
I used to think it was
Really?
Kyrie's. Then he turns around. At first it was. Then I grew jealous of you having new friends. That's why I felt resentment towards you. I admit it, unlike Sasuke. But I still don't regret anything we did. Well, I hope you find peace, Isa. He didn't answer. Instead, he smirked and faded away. Then Sora says, "You go find Xehanort. We gotta right. Naruto, come on. Naruto, Sakura, Kairi, come on." All right. Then it leads him to his home. That one. Then he smiled at Roxas. Then they hear Shion crying, and she was crying tears of joy. And then Axel said, "Guess I should have brought ice cream." Now, then then Shion said, then Shion said, punches Roxas and said, "Ah, what was that for? Your your last words to me was, 'Who else will I have ice cream with?'" Really? That's what? That's a shot at that horrible line. When I heard that, I gotta admit I laughed because maybe because of Jesse McCartney's delivery.
Yeah.
I mean, it was up there with "I don't like Santa's" stupidest lines. Then he laughed nervously. Then they give each other a hug. I'm making them like brother and sister because I kind of ship Roxas with Naminé
Yeah.
because they're parallel to Sora and Kairi. Then they finally make it to the Keyblade graveyard. They see Master Xehanort. It's Xemnas, young Xehanort, and Ansem, Seeker of Darkness. Hello, Sora. Hello, Sora. Xemnas! What was that?
My phone.
Oh. Anyway, since they have a kidnapped Kairi, well, at last, the final Keyblade Wars. As you can see, I have already won. What do you mean? Asks Sora. You defeated all 13 darknesses. It gives me the and it gives me extra keys to forge the Keyblade. What? You see, I knew you were gonna defeat the 13 darknesses, even if I didn't capture Kyrie and use her as motivation. But that doesn't matter. I planned this all. You planned this all up? Everything? I don't buy that, says Sora.
Yeah, just keep telling yourself you planned all this.
Yeah,
You planned for Sasuke to be defeated. You planned for Roxas coming back.
right. Admittedly, no, I didn't. I didn't see any of those that coming. I definitely didn't see those pirates. They were, and and the pink-haired girl. They were wild cards. But no matter. The key blade will be forged. Not if we stop you, says Naruto. Then the first part of the final battle is against Semnus. And Kyrie, I'm gonna have Kyrie blow off Semnus because he was the one that captured her.
Okay.
And Semnus says bested yet again, but this time by a princess of heart. And Kyrie says, I know you have a heart. What do you feel? Was it worth it? I feel the emptiness my companions once stood. I have nothing. Kyrie says, pain is part of being human, Zemnis. Really? It takes incredible strength. Next battle is against young Xehanort. And it's gonna be Naruto and Sakura fighting them.
Cool. No, the other three, the versus Xehanort, I hate the young one the most.
Yeah, because he's so cocky and arrogant.
Yes.
He's voiced by a good actor, though.
Yeah, he is.
I still can't believe that's number one for Kids Next Door.
Wasn't he number 1 and 2?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure Ben Diskin did both voices.
Yeah.
And would go on to do Psy.
Uh-huh. And I can see Sakura's... No, wait, they don't know Sai yet. Never mind.
Number 1.
So he taunts about Sora fading away, never, because if Sora defeats,
We're removing that stupid plot point.
yeah, but Naruto says no. Sora's strong. He won't go away, and I won't let you take him away from us. I'm not gonna. I lost my parents. I never knew my aunt and uncle, but I finally get to know my cousin these past 3 years. And besides Sakura, Sora it makes me happy whenever I'm around him. And I'm not gonna let you take that away from us. We're gonna defeat you. I'd like to see you try, says young Xehanort. And he does that all that freaking time, but Sakura invented a spell to... What? During that time, Naruto created a spell. Because I believe in the part 1 they fought in Dream About This, where they fought him. So Naruto knew he's gonna do that, so he created a
Hmm.
spell to dispel that.
Okay.
Then Sakura. Actually, Naruto's gonna do the final hit because
Hmm.
Sakura already did that with Sasuke. I want Naruto to do it. Okay.
Okay.
After his defeat, um, he gloats at Naruto, saying, believing he has won, even when I'm down, I will still remain the victor. What do you mean? Goodbye, Naruto. All of your times will be done. We're not gonna. Then it's Sora helping Riku fight Ansem.
Okay. Hmm.
After he he doesn't have the Guardian anymore due to well, actually he does because since he was the Guardian. Since Terra never was Guardian, he still uses that. He grabs Sora like he did KH1 whenever. I hated that, by the way.
Hmm.
Whenever he said submit in that Billy Zane voice. I know Edgar's gotten better, but Zane is still handsome here.
Yeah.
After they defeat Ansem, he says, "Fig, what a journey you and I had." And Riku says, "You know what? It's strange. I think I'm gonna miss you, but at the same time, no, I'm not. Your strength is faster than darkness. I knew I never stood a chance. But when the others betrayed us, I didn't care anymore. Nothing else seems to matter." And what? It is time to move on, boy. There is more to seek. So go forth and seek it. And let your heart go on. It's a Titanic joke.
Hmm.
Because he was the villain in Titanic.
Yeah.
But that didn't matter to Master Xehanort as he captures all 13 keys. No. Then it turns into the Keyblade. No, says Kyrie. He didn't. Yes. After all these years, the Keyblade has been forged, and Kingdom Hearts will open to me. No! All I'm trying to stop it, but you use a stop. No! No! Says Sora as his friends get frozen for a minute. And it looks like Xehanort has won. As he floats up in the air. And Sora feels Don Goofy coming up to him. Hey, don't give up. And Luffy comes up and says, yeah, what are you, quitter? But nothing, Sora. But he controls Kingdom Hearts now. Not, not yet, says Sora. We still got one move. Then Roxas and the gang see Vin in the game, and Vin sees Roxas for the first time. They go, oh, oh. Then that's infamous Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. You're pointing at me. No, you've heard it. You're pointing at me.
Then Axel says, gee, that's gonna be hard to explain. Then Mickey, then Mickey unfree. Then somehow they got Naruto, Kairi, Sakura, and Naruto got unfrozen, and Riku got unfrozen. Then Riku says, "We still got one hope." What hope? It's Xehanort. During the Mark of Mastery exam, we learned that he can transcend space time. He's a portal, and we could use that to trap him. But it won't be easy. Aqua, Riku, I need both of your help. We're gonna push Xehanort out of this world. Understood, says Aqua. She starts. Then Sora says, "Wait, I'll do it." What? Translation: I'm the hero of the story, and I gotta be the one to defeat him.
Yeah.
But in seriousness, Kingdom Hearts is a much bigger threat. I'll handle Xehanort. And Naruto says, "If you're gonna do it, then so am I." Naruto. And Livy comes in and says, "I'm going to. I've been wanting to get in action for a long time." And Donald Goofy says, "Yeah, you can't have punched by yourself. Guys." And Sakura and Kairi says, "We'll come too." Or should Sakura and Kairi stay behind?
I don't know.
I think I'll have them stay behind.
All right.
Because we're doing all that thing in Remind that's gonna happen here as well.
At least like the Mickey stuff,
Yeah.
where all the Keeler Wheelers are fighting together.
Yeah. And the Straw Hats will join them as well. Nami.
Okay.
And then but we'll get there when we get there, okay? The first part. Then Sword, Naruto, Luffy, Donald, and Goofy. Walk up. Without Keyblades, it's not like we'll be much here. And Donald just, yeah. And Luffy says, "Who needs Keyblades when I got these babies?" Five half punts together again. "Let's move," says Terra. "The darkness is spreading." And Kairi says, "Wait, Sora." She gives him his lucky charm. "Be sure to bring it back to me." "Don't worry, I will." "Promise?" "Promise." Then they give each other. Kairi, "I know this is sudden." Then we have a flashback of him at the Moogle shop and says, "Naruto, I think it's time." What do you mean it's time? Look at that what I'm planning to do. And he said, "What?" Then it's a ring shop. He said, "You're not." "Yes." "But you're 16. And I know, but I feel like I'm ready for this. Then we can flash back to the present, and Sora gets on his knees. "Kairi, if we ever get out of this, I'd never want to be separated from you again. Ever since we share the Palpy fruit, I feel like our hearts are being stronger together. But if we ever get out of this, I just have one question to ask. Will you marry me?" Kairi says, "Yes." I know they're not going to get married after this battle. It'll be a time skip, but they'll be engaged.
Okay.
And Sakura says, "I can see Sakura crying."
Yeah.
And Sandra says, "Oh no, she's taken." And Riku says, Sanji, shut up. And Sora and Kaio kiss, and Naruto kisses Sakura. Then Nami gives Luffy a hug. Says, kick Xehanort's ass for us. Ready? Ready. Sora spins his Keyblade, aims it at Xehanort. And Xehanort turns around. What? And he feels his heart being struck by the light. And Sora, Naruto, Luffy, Donald, and Goofy become a spear, floats around the portal, and they go into Kingdom Hearts. They find themselves inside. Whoa, where are we?
To Scala at Kylum.
It's beautiful. Admire it another time. They go exploring. Then Sora sees visions of Xehanort's past. From when he was a student to when he got corrupted in the darkness to when he killed Walt Disney. When he found that out, that made him angry. Then he sees visions of past Keyblades, including his father and Naruto's mother. But they don't. But it's like a vision thing. They don't really see him. And I said, "So you like seeing visions of the past, don't you?" What? Then did you see images of those Xehanort's replicas? Are you serious, asked Sora? Of all the places to be sent, behold this town. Want to see the power of all Keyblade wielders? It is the Nexus World Spring. Here, I and my other selves can be one, united in Scala ad Kyle. Great.
I don't know if just the way Howard said that, it sounded weird.
When Lloyd said it, he sounded off. It sounded natural. Then they battle him. It's gonna be similar to the final battle. Luffy grabs a couple replicas and punches them, while Sora flies up and does aerial dodge them.
Now, what are they going to do when he shifts it underwater since Luffy can't swim?
I could see Sora doing a temporary spell of him trying to swim.
Okay.
I know it sounds stupid, but it works. I gotta admit, during that final battle, I remember my heart pounding while fighting Xehanort.
Yeah. I think I only died once, and I still had a good thing I had a Koopa coin on me.
Yeah. Usually I use a Koopa coin, but I'm replaying it now, and I'm not using the Koopa coins this time. then mess. Then after that, he turned the building upside down. I believe that was what happened.
I think it was on its side.
Or side, yeah. And Sora and Xehanort fight 1-on-1, which I think should have happened in the game, some part of the game. Two total opposites fighting each other. One good and Xehanort says, "I admire your tenacity." And then he raises his arm, hands, strikes down with the Keyblade. Meanwhile, at the Keyblade graveyard, they were still blocking the so they were still trying to block the Keyblade from entering Kingdom Hearts. So if we can't stop him, asks Axel, what happens? And Aqua said, "I don't know, but there's no question in my mind that this is the true Kingdom Hearts. I can't imagine what will happen if he succeeds. If we hold it back, it might vanish. No, only the Keyblade has the power to stop it," says Terra. What? And Kairi says, "We all have to believe it's Sora and Sora, Naruto, and Luffy and the others." That's right. Look. Sora. Then Sora gets on to the throne and aims at Xehanort. It's all over, Xehanort. We have the high ground. And Xehanort looks like, what? Actually, he wouldn't do that because he doesn't joke. They don't do fourth wall jokes here or mean jokes. You thought you could contain me? Then he wiggles his fingers, sparkling light, and as the key light appears in his hands, Sora, Donald, Goofy's eyes widen, and says, "There's only one sky, one destiny."
What?
And Sora says, "Oh, that offended Sora because only Kairi can say that." Get rid. Well, then they feel strong. Meanwhile, back at the Keyblade Greater, they feel strong winds picking up. It was so strong that it whips the group at the ground among the keyholes. This is some serious trouble. So the trio is blown away by the wind. Shio! And Roxas pushes out of its path. Thanks, Roxas. And Kairi says, Kairi, Sakura, and Nami are together. Kairi has an idea. So, come on, let's. I have a good idea. Let's lock our hands together. All three leading ladies are together. Even though Nami's not really that much hated, I'm sure she got her haters. So it's the battle of the three underrated characters fighting together. Says So Nami, so Nami, may we try your tangerine sometime? Asked Sakura. She said, yeah, you love them while they're fighting. and
Hmm.
Zoro, Riku and Terra fight together.
So how do you fight with a sword in your mouth?
Said that's a secret that you'll never find out.
Must have very strong teeth and neck muscles for that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh please, I can lift. Zoro's right. I can lift up a whole building with my bare hands. If you
Look,
remember when he fought Mister One.
yeah. He said that's pretty cool. Axel, Axel, Aqua, and Chopper fight together, or Robin fight together. She said, "Not bad." Not, as she holds a bunch of heartless with her hands. Aqua and Terra, I mean Axel and Aqua says, "Not bad for on a flight team, right?" Aqua says, "Don't talk, don't talk, fight." You don't have to say it like that. Shut up, says Aqua. That's what she. I wish she said that. They would have given more. Their banter would have been hilarious.
Uh-huh.
You all right, Finn? Yeah, no sweat. Then he looks at Roxas. Roxas, right? You're pretty good. Yeah, well, you're not so bad yourself. I can tell which one's Roxas, which one's Finn, considering they're both was Jesse McCartney.
Well, they're both dressed differently, so
I mean their vocal, his
oh,
voice performance.
is Ven's more high pitched?
Yeah, and Roxas has a lower pitch. Then they had the dot. Then they had the reflect spells. You know when they had to use reflect and the barrier.
Hmm.
But then all of a sudden they get all the attack and cause all them to be separate in those keyholes. And Mickey was the only one that was down. Was still out. He said, "No, I can't give up." Then he hears a voice of Walt Disney. Him saying, "It's," and I'm gonna use a quote that he used to do when he was alive. The real Walt Disney. He says, "It's always fun to do when the impossible or something like that." Because that's what he did when he was alive.
Hmm.
He says, "If all dreams can come true, we have the encouragement to pursue them. It's kind of fun to do the impossible." He said, "You're right. I can't give up, Walt. I'm doing this for you. I have to get closer." He, right. I am a Keyblade Master. No matter what, our lights are. As he just beats all the Xehanort replicas.
Hmm.
Then he feels Walt's spirit and says, "We are all of us together. Let the light connect us." Then it rescued all his friends. Then he sees the spirit of Walt saying, "I'm so proud of you." "Thank you, Walt." And Walt hugs Mickey. That would be, and it would give every Disney fan some tears of joy. You're welcome. Now I must go haunt Bob Iger.
Hmm.
Who?
I'll also haunt Kathleen Kennedy.
And Kevin Feige.
And all of Disney, actually, since they're ruining my company.
Yeah. And what about Kishimoto?
No. I think he just haunt those in his company.
Yeah, but he would hate Kishimoto's writing.
Oh, yeah, true.
Actually, no, no, Nomura's not gonna be in this.
We'll have Oda do it.
Yeah. Back at the Skyline Kaim. Sora, Naruto, and Luffy are still fighting, and Donald and Goofy are still fighting Master Xehanort. Destiny has never left a chance alone. He flies towards Sora, attempting to strike him down with the key. Sora dodges him performs a swing with his keyblade. Xehanort fades. Some of the large keyhole show portals strikes Sora without Sora. Then Sora feels his heart bumping, and he hears voices saying, "Sora!" Says one voice, "Sora, Sora, Sora." Then he hears the final three voices are Riku, Sora, Sora, Naruto, Sora, and Kai, Sora. Then that causes him to wake up and pushes away the Xehanort. Then he said, like I said before, Xehanort, my friends are my power.
Is that beam struggle at the end?
Yep. I think that'd be more fitting.
Yeah.
Then he falls down. And Luffy helps. Luffy and Naruto help them. Luffy does his gum balloon to block Xehanort's attack. And Naruto does his clones and grabs Xehanort, and Sora will use the beam. I'm revising to that because I want them to be part of the final battle. Then they all. Why? How? It's over. You lost. Then he looks up. Then he looks away and smirks. No, look, you are too late. And Donald Goofy looks up at Kingdom Hearts. So, or we really? Donald says, I don't know. And Luffy asks, wait, did we lose really? What's gonna happen? A purge of darkness, led by me. Darkness is the main power. It's the main source. It's the true essence of Kingdom Hearts. It was created by the light and darkness, and it needs a ruler to. I believe I should be that ruler. It wasn't your decision to make, says Sora. Then whose was it? It was Kingdom Hearts. Someone strong to fight. You are not that person, Xehanort, to rule over Kingdom Hearts. It's not meant to be ruled, but it's not meant to be interfered with. It should be left alone. You sly old fox. You remind me of an old friend. Look! Okay, the poor Alchemy, Miki, Kairi, Sakura, Riku, Nami, Zoro, Chomper, Usopp, and Sanji, Robin, Aqua, Aqua Ventura, and Roxas, Shion, and Axel. You guys made it. Are you all okay? And Sora hugs Kyrie and says, "Yep." Kingdom Hearts was closing on the other side, but we managed to follow our hearts to you. Then Terra walks up to Xehanort, and then there comes Aqua. Grabs his arm. He looks at her and says, they look at each other, nodding. And then Terra looks at Xehanort and says, "There's more to light than meets the eye," as I told him. Then we had that flashback scene of the chess scene in the original kh3 scene. When he said, only this time he won't be voiced by Drake Bell. Oh. After the spirit of, like I said, we see a vision of a flashback of young Xehanort and young Ericus. Only young Xehanort won't be, or young Ericus won't be voiced by Drake Bell, because you know why. Said he will be voiced by. How about no, not Josh Keaton. He voices Naruto. Johnny Bosch.
Maybe Roger Craig Smith.
Okay, him. Because he sounds a little bit like Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Oh, how about Troy Baker voices him? Because he sounds like Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Then we go back to the present time, and the Terra shines a light, and the heart flows out of his chest, and out comes Master Ericus. Vin and Aqua gasp in surprise. And Ericus raises his hands. "Now hand over the Keyblade, Xehanort. It is too late. For us, perhaps, but not for them. No. I can do the... Enough. Checkmate." Then we have that scene where Xehanort admits he lost. And he said, "I'll be there for you." Yeah, and I'll be there for you. Terra. Then we had an emotional goodbye scene between Terra, the Wayfinder trio, and Master Ericus. Then he says to Sora, "Naruto, both of your parents." I just spoke to Kushina. They would be very proud of you. She's very proud of you, especially you, Naruto. And then Kushina comes out and said he's right. Then she hugs Naruto. The spirit of Kushina hugs Naruto, and then she says, "I'm so proud of you for following my instructions before I died. Never drink. Always go to bed early. And find a girl like me." I think that's what she said, right?
Yeah, that was some of the things she said.
Yeah, especially to find a girl just like me. She's very proud of that. Then she says, Then she tells Sakura to take care of Naruto, and gives her a hug. And then she says, "Oh, are you gonna propose?" Then she asks, then teases, asks, "Are you gonna propose to Sakura?" And he said, "Mom, not yet. You're embarrassing me." Then she rubs his hair. Then she looks at Nami and says, "Bellamere is so proud of you." And Nami,
It'd say something else, but it'd be spoilers for Robin.
yeah,
Or maybe she could say here look also for Chopper.
yeah. And Luffy's mother. I don't know. We don't know much about her.
I don't think we even no, they haven't really said anything, but we already know they already know his dad.
Yeah,
But
I read this one fic where how his mom died. He was sick, very sick, and she was looking for him to feel better. I don't know. I doubt that's canon, but if it is, then she is a. Then I'm not surprised that she is a good mother.
do you even know who his dad is?
No, not yet.
Well, I'll say you met him in Logtown when he saved them from Smoker.
Okay. And she. Meanwhile, all the Disney villains all try to have their one last blow, but they all fade away to darkness thanks to Sora winning. I have to do it, Deus Ex Machina,
Yeah.
but we don't have time for the other villains. Then, then Xehanort surrenders the Keyblade to Sora, which I did like.
Yeah.
And Sora says, "Look, even though you're surrendering to us, we're still not forgiving you. We will never. Uh, you've done a lot of terrible things. We will never, ever forgive you." And Xehanort says, "I understand."
He doesn't go with Ericus, does he?
No, because I thought that was lame. Did you?
Yeah.
Then Sora closes the key, and then Mickey says, after they fade away. But before they did, Vin says, um, Erica says, "Look after them for me."
To who? Tara?
Yes. And Sora, Kyrie's parents approve of your upcoming marriage. But wait till you're 18. Because they're 16 here. Although in Disney movies, 16-year-olds are considered adults in some countries.
Old lady, old hags. Like when the Critics Frozen review when he said old Elsa was
Yeah.
compared to the others.
Yeah. But still, they'll get married when they're 18, okay?
Right.
Then Mickey said to him, "Let's close it." Then Sora nods, and he holds the Keyblade and raises up skyward, closes Kingdom Hearts. "Perhaps we will never know what Kingdom Hearts is," says Mickey. "But sometimes
Like
it's..."
the One Piece.
But sometimes it's better to remain a mystery. As they faded out of Kingdom Hearts and back to the Keyblade graveyard with the other heroes. Yen looks up, said, I see you remain triumphant in our victory. Good work. And then Sora said, it's finally over, isn't it? Yes, for now. What do you mean? As long as there's darkness in people's hearts, there will always be those that try to take over the Kingdom Hearts. And Mickey says, he's right. You never know. There could be another Xehanort. Which I have an idea to make sure it doesn't happen. Master Jensen, Aqua, Terra, Sora. Before I begin my announcement, Master Jensen, I will. Wasn't Sword declared Keyblade Master and dreamed up?
No, but in our version,
yeah,
or the actual game,
in our version,
I'm pretty sure they all were.
Yeah, because if he didn't fade away, I think that would have happened.
Yeah.
So we are going to start our Keyblade Academy. And unlike some group of fighters, Jedi, we're going to allow them to choose to make their own choices.
Funny, the Assassins did that too when Altair took over.
Yeah, but Jedi didn't do that.
No, and they rightfully got exterminated.
Yep.
It's the one time you'd actually be on the Sith side for that.
Yeah.
Which is why Luke was supposed to restore it and fix everything.
But Catherine Kennedy had to ruin it.
Or at least in the old canon, he did.
Anyway, after their victory, Sora says, "You're right. We'll start in a couple. We'll start having it soon. But first, we must have a celebrate." What? Luffy says, "Wait, what about our world? Has it been restored? And Naruto's? Yes. All right. Can you wait? Do you, old man?" He calls Jensen. "Do you know where the One Piece is?" "I'm afraid I do not. You must have to find it on your own." And
yeah, one thing about Luffy is that even when he was going to get told where it was, he refused to get the answer.
Yeah, because he wants to do it on his own.
Yeah, because he actually met Roger's first mate, I think, later, and he really knows where the One Piece is.
Yeah. Yeah. Then he said, "You must. This portal will grant you and the Golden Mary back to your world." Then Luffy says, "I don't." Then Luffy has mixed feelings because he doesn't want to leave Sora. I don't want to leave Sora and Naruto. They're my friends. Yeah. But we gotta find the One Piece, Luffy. Yeah, and Sora says, "Yeah, besides, we'll see each other again. I just know it. Who knows, maybe I might come to your world someday." "Really?" "Yeah." Then they gave then they shook each other's hands. And Sora says, "Good luck on being king of the pirates."
So,
And
and you can see Ace butting in and say, "Oh no, my captain's gonna be king of the pirates."
they then, as they were leaving, they were arguing on who's gonna be king of the pirates. And Nami shakes her head and says, "Those two will never change." And Robin just giggles, and Sanji says, "This is gonna be." Sanji just chuckles. "Hey, you morons, let's go!" And Usopp and Chomper would be the first ones to say, "Gladly." And then Zoro looks at Riku and says, "We gotta have a one-on-one match starting soon. What do you say? As long as you won't use that third sword, I will make no promises."
Yeah.
And Nami says goodbye to both Sakura and Kairi. And they all leave. And then Yen says, "Now, Naruto, Sakura, it's time for you to. You want to go back to your old world?" And I could see Naruto says, "I do, but is there any way I could see Sora again?" He says, "Yes." I And Sora says, "Actually," Yen said, "I think I would have. I I'm thinking about staying the Hidden Leaf Village. That all surprised Sora. I don't want to be away from. I don't want to be away from Naruto anymore. He deserves. He deserves to have his family. That's why I'm gonna move in with him."
So is Haru and Ellie gonna do that too?
No, they're gonna live in Destiny Island, but they made Sora make their own choice,
Hmm.
his own choice. And Kairi says, "I'm gonna." And Kairi says she's gonna live with Sakura. Only they're not gonna be ninjas.
I'm sure Tsunade can find something for them.
Yeah. And Riku says, "Well," and Riku's moving out too. He's gonna live in Land of Departure. He's gonna help create the Keyblade Graveyard. I mean, Keyblade Academy. That was funny. Then he says, "Fine, then I would." And the end said, "Very well, then. I respect all your decisions. Now may your hearts be your guiding key. You may rest for a year." Then, and Sora and Naruto make it to, and the other Sora, Naruto, Kairi, and Sakura fly to Hidden Leaf Village, and it's back to normal. And only they remember what happened.
Okay.
Yen said, erased all their memories of what Destiny Islands. I mean, of when the Heartless attack, and only Sora,
Okay.
Kairi, Naruto, and Sakura remember.
Right.
And when Hinata sees Sakura holding Naruto's hand, she's disappointed, but she accepts it. When Ito sees it, she's like, "It's about time, pay up." She says it to Shikamaru, who says, that they hand her money. Or should Shikamaru be the winner?
Yeah, he should.
Yeah. Then 2 years. Then time skip to 2 years later. All that crap and it's Sora's and Kairi's wedding. Everyone showed up, and the wedding's taking place at at Radiant Garden Church.
Even the Straw Hats are there?
Yep. You know how they got there? Genie found them.
I'm guessing it's post time skip where they're all older.
Yep.
I can see Sanji catering.
Yeah. And you know who's gonna be of course, Sakura's maid of honor, but you know the other bridesmaid?
Nami and Robin.
And Namine. And Shio. Sora's best man has co-best men. It's gonna be Riku and Naruto.
Yeah, he can't choose between his best friend and his cousin.
Yep, and his other groupsmen are Don, Goofy, and Luffy.
Yeah. Assuming Luffy isn't eating everything.
Yeah. I said, "Ugh, I'm hungry. When are you gonna get married, Sora?" In a few minutes.
And hopefully Naruto doesn't have that god awful last haircut.
Oh no! Yeah, I think he has. I would have him have Pumi's haircut.
Who?
Pumi.
Who's that? That. I'm sorry. I'm like, who?
You know Pumi.
I know who you mean.
Yeah. Sakura has Kushina's hair. And Kairi has her K. It's two hair, only it's longer.
Hmm.
And you know who's going to officiate the wedding? Mickey. And it's... And then... Who's the guy that asked for names? What are they called? I forgot what they're called.
What?
You know, they ask for your name, and are you inside the bride or groom?
Oh, I don't know, but I know who you're talking about because I remember
Ed Usher.
King Homer one was, "Are you with the bride or the groom?"
That's what? Yeah, one of them is Stan. Name? Stan Lee. Nice try. No, really, right there.
Oh, really? I am Stan Lee.
Yeah. That was the only good part in Fantastic Rise of Silver Surfer.
Hey, was that in that, or was that Princess Diaries 2?
Rise of Silver Surfer.
Yeah, I've only seen that like once.
Yeah, it was bad.
Really, the surfer was the only good part.
The only thing I disagree with, but Silver Surfer, not voice with the nostalgia critic, Lawrence Fishburne being the voice of Silver Surfer. I think he fits it.
He does.
Just,
he's got a deep enough voice to actually make it work.
and he sounded like he was the only actor that was trying.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, it's Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah. And we don't get like John Wick, Lawrence Fishburne, where he's like over the top.
No. You know who else showed up at the wedding in last minute cameo? Tony Stark. He takes over for Xanatos. It'll build Rating Guard to be better. And he's still played by RDJ.
Yeah.
No one else could be better than him.
Yeah. Except maybe Adrian Pizarf, who did the voice of Tony in a few things.
Yeah.
I think he fit it pretty well.
Right? And Jack Sparrow showed up, too.
Keep him away from the rum.
Yeah. And Elizabeth did, but Will, as you know, Will could not.
Because he is on the Dutchman.
Right. But he does send his regards.
Under the curve.
Of course, Aladdin and Jasmine show up. They're married. And the genie says, "I'm not gonna cry."
Grabs carpet.
Yeah.
Whoops, sorry. Oh, they trample the carpet.
I just love that. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Out of all the Disney sequels, that one's one of the best.
Yeah, I think Robin's a good reason why it works.
Yeah, and Kasim was pretty cool.
Yeah. But I wonder how he would have been if it was Connery voicing him.
Yeah, that it would have been like it would have reminded people of Indiana Jones.
Junior.
Yeah, and I could and here's the people who didn't show up: Woody, Buzz, um, Jack Skellington because he scares people.
What about the other princesses?
Yep, and of
Like
course
Snow White, Cinderella, Aurora.
yeah, and one of them sing the song during the wedding. They have
Probably Elsa.
huh?
It's probably Elsa singing.
Yeah, what song would she sing that would fit Sora and Kyrie's wedding? Can you feel the love tonight?
No, I don't know.
Or how about Aladdin and Jasmine sing A Whole New World for them?
That might work.
Yeah. And of course, Flynn and Rapunzel.
Of course, they gotta be there.
And Sakura's parents, which they don't know, but Sakura is actually they do know. Sakura is engaged to Naruto.
Yeah, Kazashi's probably making all these jokes.
Yeah. And Naruto joins in. And Sakura looks at them like, really? You're trading dad jokes?
Yeah, I can imagine Naruto and Kazashi would be really close.
Yeah, I don't see him and Sasuke being close.
Yeah, no.
I bet you say, hey, how did you meet my daughter?
I tried killing her.
And then he was like, what? Get out of my house! Any normal parent would say that.
Oh, kill him! He'd probably be going to get his shotgun.
Yeah. Now, if he said that to Naruto, he would, how'd you meet my daughter? Oh, I just pretended to be this girl he likes and said, you sure have a charming aura. It makes me want to kiss her. And he would say, what would he say to that? Hmm. And last but not least, the ghost of and Haru and Ellie, I believe, is mom's name. Sora's mom.
Yeah.
They're not the same Haru and Ellie from Rave Master. They're different.
Yeah, I know.
Ellie is crying that her baby boy is getting married.
I can see because she has ghosts like comforting her.
Yeah.
Haru says, "Oh, please, you'd be the same way at Naruto's wedding."
Yeah. Then they hear, here comes the bride, and Kyrie walks down the aisle with their adopted father, the mayor of Destiny Islands. I'm imagining him to be a chubby man and with a mustache, and he's voiced by John Goodman.
Probably, or Jim Cummings.
Yeah. Does this man give this woman away to be married? And she says, I do. Then she feels another goat, and she looks at, and it's her late birth father. And he smiles at her and says, go to him. Then they say their vows. Then Elsa sing, or Aladdin and Jasmine sing A Whole New World. Then they say their vows and they kiss each other, and Kairi becomes Kairi Uzumaki.
I'm taking Sora took his dad's original name.
Yep.
Or wait, I don't think Haru actually got rid of his original name.
No, he didn't.
I think at their reception, Kairi has a dance with Naruto.
Yeah, and Sora dances with Sakura. And I could see the genie having playing some famous songs like the Beatles and Rolling Stones and Elvis.
I'm seeing him being like the whole bands of those.
Yeah.
Like there's 4 different genies as the Beatles.
Yeah. And then the power line.
Yeah.
Of course, Powerline was invited by by Goofy and Max, Goofy's son Max, at the wedding. And I could and I could see Luffy eating all the food. So, are you gonna eat? Have you guys eaten the cake yet? It's Nami said, no, only the bride and grooms shall eat the cake, idiot.
I can see Sanji also stopping him from doing that.
Yeah. Then Naruto says his best, and both Naruto and Riku says his best man speech. And Riku says, "If it weren't for you, Sora, I'd be like Sasuke." Thank God I'm not. Everyone laughed, except for Sasuke in hell.
He's like, "Oh, screw you all!"
even
I can see them also being like, Skeletor's there, but he's also tormenting them too.
Yeah, and Hades.
Yeah.
I can see everyone, every villain, even the villains laugh.
What a freaking loser! You see Sasuke trying something, but like he's like, my underworld, my rules.
Yeah. But seriously though, Sora, I give a toast to you and Kyrie. Then they tip the glasses. And Naruto says, before I met Sora, I didn't really have a family. But ever since that world became the darkness, it was bittersweet. I lost my home, but I gained a cousin. And gave me confidence and he also gave me confidence to help me confess to the love of my life. Sakura, I love you. And and we are announced that our wedding is next month after Sora and Kairi get back from their honeymoon. And they all clap and cheer. And Sakura says her maid of honor speech. She says, Kairi, you made me stronger. You made me feel like besides Naruto, you made me feel like I'm a different person. So, from the bottom of my heart, again, thank you. I give a toast to you. They all raise their toast and they drink it. They drink the wine. Then Sora Kairi says they're gonna sing a song, and it's "I See the Light." Actually, or is that a Naruto and Sakura song?
That's more a Naruto one.
Yeah, theirs is us as a whole new world. But there's gonna be a slow tempo, like Aladdin and Jasmine felt fast.
Yeah.
It's based off of the end credits one.
I'd probably say the Nicholas Shea version would work.
Yeah. As Jimmy Fallon used to call him Nick Lackey.
Joey Fatone called him that.
Wasn't he Chip Skylark?
No, that was Chris Kirkpatrick.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those in sync guys.
Yeah,
But I know it was Chris Kirkpatrick as Chip.
yeah. Then, then a month later, Naruto and Sakura had their wedding, and Kairi tells Sakura some whispered to Sakura and Ino, who's the other bridesmaid, and Nami. She's pregnant. She got pregnant during their honeymoon.
Who? Kyrie?
Yeah,
Okay.
you. She hasn't told Sora yet. She wants to during the reception. Kisashi walks her down. Then you know who's Naruto's groomsman? Of course, Sora's his best man.
Of
Rock
course.
Lee, Shikamaru, and
I
Neji
said Gara. Maybe
Gara.
Gara.
Gara. And Tsunade has a surprise for him during the reception. She won't tell him yet. Then they wait for then the Kahuna Church opens the door and here comes the bride plays and Sakura is in a beautiful wedding dress. I know they have Japanese kahunas, but Japanese kimonos in not in that movie what we should not name.
Yeah.
But I want them to have a Western kind of wedding
Yeah.
because I think Sakura looks pretty in a dress than she did in kimono. And Mabuki, of course, cries, and the spirit of Kushina does too. She cries over the top, Kushina.
Kind of reminds me of how Deku's mom cries.
Yeah.
Having the waterfalls come out of her eyes.
Yeah, she hasn't met Ochako, has she?
What?
Deku's mom?
I don't think so.
She should. That's her future daughter-in-law. Right?
I think Deku's actually talked to her, mentioned Ochako to her, but we haven't really seen his mom interact with his classmates.
Right.
The most we see is Deku interacting with Todoroki's dad.
Oh.
Funny, because I think Naruto would think Bakugo is better than Sasuke.
Yeah.
Even if Bakugo's attitude is a bit
Douchey.
not great.
Yeah. After all that, here comes the bride plays, and Sakura walks with Kisat. Oh, no, I already passed up. Sakura was about to leave, but Kisashi refused to let her go, and she said, "Dad." And Mibuki stops crying for a bit and said, "Honey."
Here, let go.
The reason Kairi's parents didn't do it because they knew it was time to let Sakura to let Kairi go, but Kisashi wasn't ready.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. Then then Sakura said her vows. She says, "I don't know why you start with me, but I don't really care. Naruto, I love you more than anything in the world right now. I regret that I never shared that love when I was younger, but I promise you this: you will never feel alone like you did when you were a child." That caused Naruto to cry. And even caused Sora to have some tears a little bit. Of course, Kyrie cries like every woman does during wedding. Then we have then they say their vows, and they are now husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Naruto lifts up her field and kisses her. And during their reception, it was just as lively as Sora's and Kyrie's.
Yeah.
Oh, they remember not to give Rock Lee beer.
Yeah. We know what happens there.
Yeah. And one time Naruto Naruto and Sora had drank some beer. They got let's just say it didn't end very well.
I thought he couldn't get drunk.
Who, Naruto?
Yeah.
Good point. Okay,
Unless
Sora.
he wants to like just mess with them.
Yeah. I mean, then again, he shouldn't drink because his mom said not to drink alcohol.
At least till he was 21.
Yeah, but I doubt she would be proud of him. The as I quote, the Kichi Naruto, the Boruto's dad.
No, she'd pretty much beat him to an inch of his life.
Yeah. After all the Swords said his speech, and he announced that he's going to be a father. And they all cheer. And Roxas says, "Wait, that technically makes me an uncle." Since he was Sora's nobody.
Yeah.
And or should it be the other? Actually, we'll do the how it should have been thing very soon. With that, the story ends for now. And that was Naruto and Kingdom Hearts saga, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was.
But we're not done yet. We're gonna continue for a few minutes, okay?
All right.
We'll do the how it should have ended. like Doctor Strange saying, "I'm gonna grab all the heroes and use them to fight the final battle." And here's a bright idea comes. Here's a bright idea. Why don't you get all the heroes, Sora and the other heroes, and do it while Xehanort's not looking ahead. Fine.
While you're at it, why don't you bring Superman in too with it?
And since we have anime, why not Goku?
Oh, or Yusuke or Ichigo.
Yeah. Or Deku. And then
Or just called Batman.
Yeah.
Because of Batman.
Yeah.
How did you do that? Because of Batman.
Yeah, that will happen during the battle against Xehanort.
Yeah, okay.
He says they get in front of him. He said, "It's all over, Xehanort." Then Batman shows up and goes, "Ooh, snap!" And Sora's like, "Look, how did you? Because I'm How did you do that?"
Batman.
Yeah.
I love how that's just an excuse you can use.
Yeah.
Well, there's even trying to argue that in the new Suicide Squad game.
Yeah, which we're not gonna play.
No, I refuse. Yeah, I like Kevin, but that is not the best. That is just an insult to him.
Yeah, I've heard though that's not going to be his last performance though.
Well, Bruce Timm said that Cape Crusader thing is not happening with Kevin.
Oh, well, it should be.
I mean, they wanted to, but he passed before they could do it,
Oh,
apparently. But the Crisis on Infinite Earths thing is still up in the air as of now.
well, kind of hope they do that and give him a proper send off.
Yeah. Because Wokesteady just ruined him.
Right. Did Paul Dini was Paul Dini part of the writing?
The what?
Paul Dini
In
was he part,
what?
was he part of the Suicide Squad writing?
No, I don't think so.
No wonder then it's gonna suck. Because he understands Batman better than anybody.
So does Bruce Timm.
Yep. And Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. Tim Burton to an extent.
Yeah, and Matt Reeves.
Yeah. Matt Reeves.
Yeah. And you could say Sam Raimi understands Spider-Man the most.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess so.
And Richard Donner understands Superman.
Hmm.
You know, I
Hopefully,
still...
James Gunn can understand Superman.
Yeah. I kind of hope he used the John Williams music.
Yeah, the classic tune.
Yeah. Do you know who's going to play Superman in the new one?
I don't really know who's the actor.
Should it be an unknown or...
I don't really know, but I know Nick Holtz is playing Lex Luthor.
Nick who?
Nick Holtz.
Really?
The guy that plays Beast in the rebooted timeline.
Really?
Like the younger version.
That sounds interesting. I think Kelsey Grammer could have been a decent Lex Luthor.
I don't see it.
Bryan Cranston?
Maybe like how you gotta like how young are they going with Superman and Lex in this?
I have no idea.
Because I feel like those two would be like too old to be Lex if you're having a young Superman.
Right. And I don't know. Do you like any of the Lois Lanes?
I like Margot Kidder.
Yeah.
I like the animated one is probably my favorite from the Timbers.
Yeah. Even if she does get kidnapped a lot.
Yeah. I think Young Justice has a good one. Where they were actually able to get together and have a kid.
Really?
Where you have Nolan North as Superman.
That sounds awesome.
Oh yeah, he's a great Superman.
Nolan North is great in everything.
Pity he's in this new game as Superman.
There's a new Superman game?
No, he's in that Suicide Squad game as Superman.
Oh. They'll probably ruin him too.
No doubt, since we have to ruin every male hero.
Right.
I heard apparently all like the male heroes get awful deaths, while Wonder Woman gets an actually decent, heroic one.
I'm all for strong female heroes, but you make it equal.
There is no equal anymore.
No. And here's another good how it should have ended. Zedmus was trying to grab Kyrie like he did in the original game. And then he said, then she escapes and said, she does, and frozen.
Wait, what? What, you thought I was just gonna let you kidnap me?
Yeah. and then Xehanort, and then she looks at old Xehanort, and you thought you were gonna kill me? Please, I'm not the helpless damsel anymore.
I can see Xehanort trying to pull a Doc Brown.
Yeah. Or Judge Doom.
Yeah. Like, run away!
When I killed your brother, I talk just like this.
Okay, now you're just trying too hard.
Yeah. You know, that movie gets better as an adult than it was as a kid.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about the adult jokes, but the Eddie's backstory.
At least it is a reason.
Yeah. And then we have one scene in how it should end where they were where they talk about going to Frozen World and then said, "Good thing we don't have to go out through all the mountains over the place every time."
Or a stupid sliding mini game we gotta get 10 treasures and 600,000 points for.
Yeah.
Or you wanna go to Caribbean, you run into Edward Kenway on the seas there.
Yeah. And what about One Piece? One Piece characters now should end.
I don't know.
Imagine Naruto. I wish I could make a Naruto the last how it should have ended.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Would you do anyone where Xehanort wins and goes to the pub
Yeah.
and hangs out with Pelops and Voldemort and Loki?
Yeah, and then Teneri tries to join.
No, you out.
Then he gets all sad.
Well, Bowser, while you're at it, could you just hang out as well?
With pleasure. And Suicide Squad Joker.
Yeah. Well, he got reverted back to Heath Ledger, so
Good.
I guess these Xehanort fitting in at the pub well.
Yeah. And then they said, why do you... There's one thing I don't get, though. A couple years ago, you sounded like Dr. Spock. Now you sound like Doc Brown.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
and your heartless counterpoint sound like that guy from Titanic.
Who would say that to him?
Does that what?
Who would say that to Xehanort?
I don't know. Loki?
Okay, because he doesn't have multiple recasts. Although
Right.
you could argue the whole multiverse thing.
Or how about Joker? Joker works.
The counter to that is, don't you have several different versions of yourself too?
Yeah, then we see
burn.
different Jokers, including Mark Hamill.
Yes. He goes, oh, burn.
That reminds me, my favorite Joker quip was when Two-Face says, "Get out of my face, clown." Which one? Mark Hamill delivered it perfectly.
Oh god.
Man, I'm so excited for next week to do Naruto the Last.
Yeah, we're gonna include the cafe and pub.
Yeah. Sora hangs out with Naruto. And Superman comments on, you know what? This story, you know how the story could have been bad? Naruto asks, how? You could have married that Hinata girl. Sakura married Sasuke. And you both have you have an unlikable son that nobody really likes. What would they say to him?
Okay, now you're just being ridiculous. I mean, even Batman would say, "You're just okay. I think you're been in the sun too long, Clark."
and then he said, how else would have been bad if Sora faded away? Sora said, I don't know. My story is not if that happened, my story still wouldn't have been over.
Yeah.
Then he says, Kyrie says, I'm pregnant. I'm gonna be a father.
He runs across Anakin randomly.
Yeah.
Or should it be Vader?
Vader. I'm gonna be a father.
I'm a father too. Sorry, that will not be not funny.
I know.
No, you just had to egg him on, Clark, didn't you?
Yeah.
Batman could go like, you know what I would have done? What? Why don't you go up there, Clark, and deal with the moon issue? Because you can actually breathe in space.
Yeah. But then the nostalgia critics, then we see a vision of. If NC ever doing reviews of that movie, I could see him doing. Oh, I'm not. They're not. Guess I gotta. Then it goes to the Superman 4 review. It says, "What? What? You can't breathe in space, guys. That's kindergarten science. Kindergarten." That sums it up. His current self says. I really wish he could. I don't know. I don't think he'll ever do it, but I wish he would.
Yeah.
And I could. And one side, Malcolm would be the Narahina ship. While Tamara would be the Narasaki one.
I guess. Or if Walter be one of them.
Yeah, or Heather. Of course, she likes Sasuke.
Yeah, have her be one of them.
Yeah. And the chart guys up here said Naruto was more profitable than the critic guessed. And why is Boruto losing sales?
He's got them there.
Then he says, do you think if Naruto got Sakura, the sales would be bad? I don't know about that, says the critic. But it wouldn't be, I don't think it'll be this bad. Because Sakura would never allow Bolt to be an unlikable brat. If she was his mother.
Nope, she'd actually be a good mom like she is to Sheena.
Yep.
There's so many how it should have ended jokes and Scrubs jokes I can make in the last.
Yeah.
That's not much conversation we were. I can see the villains questioning Tornari, like, yeah, if you're so supposed to protect you guys, why weren't you there when Madara summoned the Ten Tails?
Yeah.
You're kind of starting to sound like a hero.
Yeah. And the Cayuga arc, imagine them reacting to Cayuga arc. They said, nope, we're done. This is stupid. And even Turtle said, and I made man animals the slaves. And I didn't know about Hard Knocks. I'd never seen Battlefield Earth. And Shyamalan was like, no. Just no.
No, just no. It makes no sense.
And I made The Last Airbender. Well, I'm gonna.
The whole movie just defies logic.
Yeah, and I don't plan to see it ever.
Don't you'll like it's oh my god, it's so bad.
It's so cringeworthy.
Like every frame of this is just the opposite of how it should be.
Yeah, of how Naruto and Hinata got together. How Sakura was. How Narusaku died because of a stupid rivalry. When you heard that, what were your thoughts?
I was like, are you kidding me?
If I watched that, I was like, I would have paused it. I would have paused that and says, "What?"
I play a bunch of compilations of no clips, like Linkars or Markipliers.
Yeah, I would go to my sink, grab some water, and spill water on me.
Like, no, I'm drawing a line in the sand. No, N-O means no.
Okay, I could buy a lot of things in Naruto, but that is when you cross the line. That kills Naruto's character.
Yeah, because no point would he ever do that.
Even if he is, and to quote retrospect, Greg, he
Luffy
knew what
wouldn't
love
even.
was when he asked his mom how did they fell in love. You
Yeah,
did
even Luffy wouldn't do that.
right.
And he's dumber than Naruto.
I don't know about that.
Luffy's at least loyal to his friends.
Yeah.
Naruto would probably abandon his friends if he had a choice between them and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Don't act like he wouldn't do that.
Every, everything retrospect Greg said was correct, factually. The only thing I disagree with him with is Naruhina could work. I don't buy that, okay?
I mean, you really have to really do a complete overhaul on their characters for that to work.
Right.
But in practice, in execution, it just does not work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've seen better couples in other animes that work better,
Right.
like Deku and Ochako. At least
Or
they have scenes together.
Lucy or Haru Ellie.
Yeah. Or Natsu and Lucy. Heck, Gray and Juvie are better than
Right.
or Saku done right.
Uh-huh. And
And
I
Jalal
know
Urza.
what.
And Jalal Urza are even better.
Yeah. Or heck, I'd say Sora and Olette.
Yeah.
I said that's not Naruhina. I said Sora Dominic, Demora, or Sora and Dominic is Sora Naruhina done right. I should have said Sora and Olette.
Yeah.
That's similar. They don't know each other yet. I can see it.
Heck, even Power Rangers does couples better than Naruto.
Yeah.
I mean, the best couples in Power Rangers is Wes and Jen. And they only had 40 episodes to develop their relationship.
You know why? Because they have good writers.
And they grew throughout their season.
I agree.
And their goodbye was really sad.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Kind of weird Stallone and Arnold outlived him.
Yeah. You know he was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he was.
Chubbs.
The guy that trained him,
Yeah.
who got his hand bitten off by an alligator.
Damn, that alligator bit my hand off.
Like, oh my god! Then somehow he cameos in Little Nicky.
I've never seen that movie. Yeah, I have. It's awful.
It's weird how he just shows up randomly, being the same person.
Yeah, that movie's
Confirming Happy
terrible.
Gilmore and Little Nicky are in the same universe.
Yeah, I don't care. That
Go
movie's still
ahead.
terrible. It's not the worst Adam Sandler movie, but it's still bad.
Yeah. But Happy Gilmore is a good one.
And I'm not saying that because he's the son of the devil. I'm just saying it's because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
The only funny part was John Lovitz in the beginning as the creeper.
I like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah, he was the devil's dad.
Yeah.
And that Dan Marino scene when he's trying to sell his soul for a Super Bowl. I guess that's what Patrick Mahomes did.
So I do like when you have a Gilmore and Bob Barker beats him up.
Yeah. I wish they would. I think Bob Barker would beat up Naruto.
Oh, I love seeing that.
Yeah.
He just grabs him by the throat and wakes up. That was probably the weirdest cameo in the movie.
Yeah. He said he wouldn't do it until he found out he was going to win the fight.
Yeah, because I really don't think Barker can fight like that.
I don't think so either.
At least Happy Gilmore's still funny enough.
Yeah.
Like Sandler's early stuff is pretty funny.
Yeah, Big Daddy, Click, Longest Yard.
Billy Madison.
Yeah. That movie was... Chris Farley was the best character in that movie.
Yeah.
One more thing before I'm about to head out, okay?
All right.
Let's talk about but we're gonna after Naruto the last. I'm probably gonna either do Kingdom Hearts, Star Wars, or Naruto and One Piece.
Yeah, we're still gonna do that Power Rangers one too.
Yeah, we'll do that. Probably in the summer though. Probably. Okay.
What Star Wars are we going with?
Original trilogy.
We're starting at 4.
What?
We're starting at 4.
Yeah, I think that fits Sora's time. But I'm gonna include some Clone Wars characters. You know who I'm talking about.
Ahsoka?
Yep.
Can we not oversaturate it with her, please?
What?
Can we not oversaturate it with her? Like,
no, it's gonna be Clone Wars and Rebels. The good, the likable ones. The likable one. And she's still gonna be voiced by Ashley Eckstein.
Okay.
Who is from Kentucky, by the way. I had to every time celebrities from Kentucky, I have to point it out. I'm just proud of that. Well, we're heading out, okay?
All right.
See you next week.